Okay, good morning. I could see the sun just touching the tops of these cliffs above me. And you can see here's where I camped. A little flat spot on the ground. And right behind this juniper tree. And let's see, I'm probably 10 miles from Duchesne. And probably 30 or 40 miles from Vernal, which is my ultimate goal today. Let's get on the road. Okay, so I'm in the town of Duchesne. It's a tiny little town. Right behind me back here you can see Family Dollar. I stopped and bought a bottle of water. There's also a small food, a market, a grocery store, and a gas station, a couple little hotels, that kind of stuff. It's a very small town. Anyway, this morning I'm headed east on 191 towards the little town of Roosevelt and then Vernal. A quick stop here at Roosevelt, Utah, right on 191. Just stopped here at the library to do a little, mostly recharging the computer and the camera, but get on the internet for an hour, hour and a half, and just take a break. So I'm about 10 miles to the west the town of Vernal. Right there's 191. A lot of traffic on 191, but there is plenty of shoulder, so I really can't complain. So of course now there's no traffic, but you can see 191 kind of go up that way. You can see there's a paved road right here, and it comes right around here and goes up back into the desert. No cars have been on it. And I'm probably a quarter of a mile from the road. Okay, so I'm in Vernal, Utah. And Vernal, Utah here, the big pink Brontosaurus. Vernal, Utah sits right outside Dinosaur National Monument, just a few miles outside. Vernal is a big town. First thing it has is a bicycle store called Altitude Bicycles. And I spoke to one of the clerks there, one of the workers, and they said that they get a couple of dozen bicycle tours through here every year. It's a big shop and well appointed. They should be able to help you with anything you would need. Also in town is a big Walmart and a Kmart. They also have a Smith's Grocery. All the fast food, laundromats, and like a dozen or more hotels. So pretty much everything the traveling bicyclist would need. I'm headed, actually I'm gonna loiter in town today because they have such a nice county library here in town that, and I'm gonna stop and make some videos. So I'm gonna spend a day or two here in Vernal, Utah. So I've come out of Vernal on Highway 40, and those 10 miles, the road is pretty treacherous. There's very little shoulder. Highway 40 continues all the way out across northern Colorado. And I know that the highways in Colorado are excellent with big wide shoulders because I looked at Google Maps Street View. But I'm here on Highway 40 in the junction of 149 where the road turns up 7 miles to the base of Dinosaur National Monument, which is where I'm headed now. Okay, so I'm here at the visitor center at Dinosaur National Monument, and just spoken to the ranger, and she's going to fill my water bottles up here. The campgrounds have the water turned off, so they're free for the next couple of weeks. I think it's probably going to, the campground will start charging again when the water comes on in April. So I'm here at the visitor center, and there's Wi-Fi at the visitor center, there's water at the visitor center, and I'm going to walk through the exhibits here with for the dinosaur and the fossil. Quarry Museum. You can see it right here, and that encloses the entire cliff face where all the fossil beds are. And it's about 700 or 800 feet from the visitor center up in elevation. The visitor center's along that road down there. The actual fossil beds were a part of a riverbed that was actually in the same plane as these cliffs right here. They, when the Rocky Mountains sprang up 150 million years ago, and that's the position they are now. And it probably looked very much like the Green River, which you can see flowing through that little bit of a canyon right there. Anyway, let's go inside and have a look at the fossil. So this entire cliff was a riverbank or a riverbed that's 149 million years old, and you can see that it's housed in this huge building, and there's dinosaur bones in relief that are carved out all along it. The ranger said that there was probably about 15 species and thousands and thousands of bones. Now, big building. You can see the cliff and all these bones. So in addition to the dinosaurs here at Dinosaur National Monument, there's also petroglyphs, so from probably the Fremont period. And my bike is parked right there. Not a single car. I mean, it's silent. It's just incredibly, there's just no one here. And I'm walking up to these petroglyphs. I'm on a scenic overlooking the campground and the Green River. So I'm going to take one of these sites, probably not the pullouts. I don't know, is there one for a tent? Maybe over there by the river or down here. But this means I've got lots of climbing to get out of this. But look at the scenery. So I've come down here right to the river. And it's quite a climb. You can see there's the road right up there. Right now, this is actually a picnic site, like a day use site, but all the sites are available for camping when the campground is free of charge. So I have, when I was at the visitor center, this is the gallon jug I came over Indian Canyon Summit with. And I've been carrying it empty for two or 3 days, which is a good thing because I filled it and both of these bottles up, which gives me close to 2 gallons. which I could easily make last for 2 days. But once I get my tent set up, I can dump my bags, and it's only 3 miles back to the visitor center. So I could just bring the water bottles and fill them up. It wouldn't be that bad, since I wouldn't be carrying all the weight. Anyway, here I'm at Split Mountain Campground at Dinosaur National Monument. Okay, so I'm here at the front gate of Dinosaur National Monument, and right back here is the visitor center, and behind that is the big fossil bed that they have inside. It's really cool. I camped for 3 nights at Split Mountain, one of, I believe, 5 campgrounds here at Dinosaur National Monument. I didn't intend to stay 3 days, but I did. There is no water in the campground, except there's flush toilets, and there's sinks in the bathroom house. So I just used my kettle to pull out a gallon of water every day, from not the toilet, from the sinks. And anyway, so I've been here 3 days, and I've pretty much exhausted my food supply. I had enough to get to the next town of either Mabel or Craig, Colorado. But now I'm down to like 3 tortillas and some peanut butter and jelly, so I'm gonna have to return to Vernal, which is fine. There was a little weather yesterday, a little high winds and maybe some light rain, but today these clouds were overhead this morning when I woke up. To the west, it's bright and clear. The road out here from 40, by the way, is not very good from Vernal to here. It does turn good at the state line with nice big wide shoulders. 149 is the highway. It's the approach road into Dinosaur National Monument. There's a visitor center. It's a visitor center for Utah, for people who are just coming over the state line. 149 from that visitor center at the junction of 40 to here has no shoulders. The problem, actually it's not a problem, because there's almost no traffic. It's like when I came out here, I think maybe two cars passed me in those 7 miles, and this morning, not a single car. I mean, I'm up pretty early. I believe it's Wednesday. Anyway, so I'm gonna head back into Vernal and restock food at Walmart, and maybe stop at the public library. Vernal, Utah at Altitude Cycles, and with me, Jesse. Hello.
Hi.
So Jesse, Altitude Cycles is the only bike store in town.
Yes, we are the only bike store in Vernal that offers full service and also sales.
Everything, mostly mountain bikes.
About 2.5 hours from other bigger bike stores. So you have to go in 2 hours driving in any direction to get to another store.
Awesome. And you guys are open year round?
Yeah, except for January. We do close down in January.
Okay, so closed in January, that's good. Probably not too many touring bicyclists would be through in January.
No.
Okay, and okay, Jesse, so you actually see a number of touring bicyclists through town.
We do. You're the first one this year.
Yay.
We usually see people starting when it gets a little bit warmer, April and May.
Right.
People come through all the way through into September. They head through on 40.
Yeah, you guys aren't really on a major route, but that's cool that you see some bicycle tourists through town. So if somebody came through and had a problem with their bike, you have full mechanic, or full shop, and an excellent mechanic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have full-time mechanic. We do all service work.
Okay, awesome. So Altitude Cycles here in Vernal, Utah. If anybody's coming through on a tour, this is the place to stop.
Absolutely.
All right.